Maraes are important meeting places for Maori and Pacific Islander people. They're steeped in cultural and religious significance, and now the most sacred part of this marae in South Auckland has become a COVID-19 vaccination hub.
We're one of the most vulnerable communities here in South Auckland, and that's why it's really important for a local vaccination centre to be here.
So far, Pfizer is the only vaccine approved for use in New Zealand, and staff here can administer 300 doses a day.
We are a very resilient community, and our community actually want to get vaccinated.
The New Zealand government has secured 10 million Pfizer vaccines, enough to cover the entire population of 5 million people. It also has pre-purchase agreements, enough to cover the population multiple times over, with Johnson & Johnson, Novavax and AstraZeneca. From the start, New Zealand health authorities decided on a slow and steady rollout. But for some, the rollout has been even slower than anticipated. Carers at this Auckland aged care home received their first vaccination last month, but residents are still waiting.
The timing of the opening of the bubble and the rollout of the vaccine, I would have preferred if the rollout was first and sooner before we open the bubble.
We are disappointed with the pace. It has been good in one or two regions, for example, the top of the south and Nelson, but it has been slower than anticipated.
The pace of vaccinations in New Zealand is slower than Australia, where more than 2 million doses have been administered. New Zealand, with a population 1/5 of the size, has rolled out around 230,000, about half as many on a per capita basis. At this pace, the New Zealand population is unlikely to be fully vaccinated by Christmas. Even so, work is being done to open up travel bubbles with a number of South Pacific nations to allow free-flowing trade and travel across the region. Vaccine priority is currently being given to border and frontline workers. The aged care sector will be next, but as winter approaches, they're getting nervous. Josh Bavis, ABC News.